Strap on your fucking party hats, grab your wine glasses, and come hang out in the new year with us. Welcome to Beware the Board, a horror podcast where we watch a movie every week and talk about it. I'm Bob.
And I'm Ben.
Happy New Year, Ben. It's a new year.
Yeah, totally a new year when we're recording this.
God damn you.
Woo.
God damn you. I want
2023.
the illusion.
Yeah.
The illusion's broken now. You've ruined it.
The illusion was broken already, Bob. This is releasing at like 12:01. Do they think we're live streaming the whole?
No, if you get back to me with any edits you want made to the episode, it'll come out exactly at midnight.
Yeah.
So not 12:01.
Well,
It'll
I know,
be
but,
at
like,
midnight.
you know what I mean.
Mm.
All right. You ready for our New Year's movie?
I am. So I have a theory. I've been thinking this over a little bit, right?
Yeah.
I keep asking you if you're excited for this movie, and every time you give me such an answer that I'm like, you give me nothing. You give me it's okay. Like you don't seem that excited.
I mean, it's a movie.
But I hope that it's actually like something crazy,
Okay.
and you have something in store for me because I'm very excited.
I mean, we're watching a movie.
No, I know, but what movie, Ben?
Well, before that,
Yeah?
since our last recording session 2 days ago, anything interesting or new happened to you, Bob?
No,
No?
nothing.
We're good?
Nothing crazy.
Nothing in your personal life?
No, I think
Throwback.
I think my personal life is in order, Ben.
Okay.
I think
That's actually-
everything
that's
is
abnormal
completely
for you.
fine. You're right. It is abnormal.
All right. Well, I guess we're gonna do this now.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about this
So,
movie.
It's a movie
Yeah, I just
that we're watching.
I hope it's a movie I've heard of. Let me put it that way.
I don't
It's
know
probably
about
not
that.
though.
We're watching Terror Train.
Okay. All right. I've never heard of this.
Terror Train.
It sounds fun. Is this the prequel to Bullet Train, that Brad Pitt movie that just came out?
No. All right. You ready for the description?
Yeah, man.
So there's a train.
Okay. Is that it?
That's it. That's all I'm giving you.
What? Come on. Oh, okay. Sure.
Okay.
There's a
There's
train.
a train.
Okay. I guess I'll it's fine. Sure.
All right.
Let's watch this movie.
It's a 1980 film.
Oh, okay. We're back in the 80s.
It's an hour and 37 minutes long.
Hour and a half. Pretty standard.
It's rated R.
Thank fuck.
All right. So its review scores. IMDb's 5.8 out of 10.
Okay.
Tomato meter
Mm-hmm.
44%.
Oh God.
And audience score, drumroll please,
I don't.
37%.
Oh my God. Seriously?
So it's kind of like a gradual descent into madness.
Oh my God.
Like I said, this is a movie, Bob.
Okay.
It's a New Year's movie. So,
But see, you
Be-
chose this
be
over New
thankful.
Year's Evil.
yeah, because you thought we were going to do New Year's Evil, and I couldn't let you have that.
But would you say New Year's Evil is a better movie than this?
I don't know. This
Okay.
one's fun.
Okay, that's good.
Will
I
we
want to
enjoy it. I don't know if we'll enjoy it, but
Okay.
it's Terror Train.
Terror Train.
The name alone is worth it.
The name alone is pretty good.
All right, so noteworthy people in this film.
Sure.
Ben Johnson
Oh.
as Carney.
Ben
now,
Johnson.
do you know Ben Johnson?
I don't know Ben Johnson.
He's like a multiple award-winning actor and like just a real-life cowboy.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool.
But he played Sam the Lion in The Last Picture Show.
I don't know what that is.
Very famous movie. That's what he got like. He got like the Best Supporting Actor award from like
Oh.
3 different things, like
Shit,
BAFTA,
okay. That's cool.
the Emmys, a bunch of stuff. That was a 1971 film. Your gal, Jamie Lee Curtis, is in this
Oh, Jamie Lee. Oh, okay, cool.
as Alana, and you would know her as obviously Laurie Strode in the Halloween franchise.
Yeah.
This came out, I think, 2 years after Halloween, 1980. Yeah, 2 years after.
Halloween 78.
There's Hart Bachner as Doc.
Okay.
You would know him as Ellis in Die Hard.
I've never seen
The
Die
best
Hard.
Christmas movie ever.
God, I don't want to argue with you right now. I don't have the energy. I don't have. This is a low energy episode because we're both really tired. I don't have the energy.
Oh,
to fight
I'm
you on
pumping
this.
through this. See, I think it's a cool film. We'll talk about how good it is afterward.
Okay.
David Copperfield as the magician.
You're fucking with me. That's not real. That's not. They did not do that.
David Copperfield as the magician.
Motherfucker. Okay. All right.
Vanity as Mary. She's Vanity from Vanity 6, the all girls rock group back in
Sure.
the 80s.
Never heard of it.
And then Timothy Weber's the last one I want to mention, and he's playing Mo. I'm mentioning because he's in a bunch of Canadian stuff, but he's in a couple episodes of TV shows like here and there.
Okay.
And his most famous one's Harris Miller in North of 60, it's a Canadian TV show.
Okay,
from
makes
92
sense.
to 97. He's like on 83 episodes, so
Oh my God, that's a lot.
something like that. All right, It's directed by Roger Spottiswoode in his directorial movie debut. He also did things like The Sixth Day, which is an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. He did, oh my God, what's that? Something in Hooch.
Turner and Hooch.
Yeah, he did Turner and Hooch.
Okay.
You know.
I kind of sort of know what that is.
That's the one with, I think that's Tom Hanks and the dog and their partners in the police force.
I think so. I think you're right.
It's written by T.Y. Drake, who also did The Keeper. I don't know, 1976 film.
Yeah, it's just all these older
Smaller.
stuff. It's just really hard for me to grasp.
It's not that it's older. It's we've been doing some movies that the guys who wrote them and directed them necessarily didn't do a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And also, you're uncultured, but
That's
separate.
Listen, man, you know where I grew up? In the middle of fucking nowhere, okay?
I mean, I grew up here too, so.
No. I grew up actually in the middle of nowhere.
I know, but I was gonna be nice. The budget for the film is $3.5 million, and that's estimated. But there's a box office of $8 million.
Not bad. I mean,
Not bad.
double it's pretty okay.
The country of origin,
Oh.
Canada.
Oh, Canada
Once again.
Okay.
Yeah, we're doing double Canada this winter.
A Canadian winter, if you will.
The film is also known as Monster im Nachtexpress in West Germany. But I thought
Oh.
that was funny.
Monster on the Night Train?
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. Okay.
In West Germany, not East Germany.
Okay.
Tagline: The
Yeah.
boys and girls of Sigma Phi. Some will live, some will die.
That's okay. All right. This sounds like it's gonna be cheesy and fun.
So the film is based on an idea by the executive producer Daniel Grodnick. The story goes, he was sleeping and he had this dream
Mm-hmm.
about a terrible train.
Ah, I see.
And he woke up. He wrote like terrible train down on a notepad by his bedside, and then fell back asleep. And when he woke up, he wrote like an idea thing, like a 39-page, 40-page
yeah.
idea thing, and he called it Terror Train.
That's pretty
But
cool.
basically, the premise is to make Halloween on a train.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of awesome.
So the magician,
Yeah.
the unnamed magician.
Yeah. Not the most famous magician ever, maybe.
Well, definitely not.
Well, I mean, he's pretty famous though.
I mean, Houdini.
For sure.
Yeah, Houdini. Anyways, the magician was written in after the initial script, and you can tell.
Oh God.
Due
Oh,
to one of the
God.
producers being a fan of magic tricks and illusions, and he was like, I want a magician.
That's so fucking stupid.
Here's the longest, but I think the coolest fact.
Okay.
To create the train for the film, the producers leased an actual Canadian Pacific Railway locomotive from the Steamtown Foundation in Bellows Falls, Vermont.
That's fucking rad.
The train's engine was renumbered from its original 1293 to 1881, and it, alongside 5 passenger cars, were then painted black with silver stripes, and the interiors were redecorated to like Art Deco. So you'll see those.
That's fucking cool, man.
After the filming, the Steamtown Foundation reverted the engine back to its original numbering of 1293 and had it restored to a historical color and lettering scheme. As of 2022, number 1293 is currently located at the Age of Steam Roundhouse in Sugar Creek, Ohio, on static display, as it's awaiting some slight rebuilds and inspections.
That's really cool.
If you ever want to go see the
train
car
Terror Train?
for Terror Train,
fucking
it's
cool.
It's still around.
Huh. I didn't expect train movie.
Train movie.
And I'm excited now.
Like I said, cool film. Will we like it?
Yeah.
But of 2022, October, there is a modern remake on Tubi.
Oh.
By Tubi.
Shit.
For Tubi.
Well, maybe we'll watch that at some point.
Maybe.
Oh, no.
I didn't know that was a thing until I was doing the research for this one.
Yeah.
And it was kind of confusing because I was like, this movie isn't from 2022. And
That is
I kept getting
true.
stuff for it. The one, the 2022 one is rated worse than this one. On IMDb. So IMDb was the highest score for this movie.
Oh, my God.
It has a 4.4 out of 10.
God damn.
And on Rotten Tomatoes, the Modern Terror Train remake, 9% tomato meter.
That I think that's a movie we watch when we're trashed.
No, we just watch it when we're sober.
Come on. You're telling me you don't want to get trashed and watch a terrible movie?
Yes, that's what I'm telling you. But that's all I got. So we're going to go watch this movie, and we'll be back for probably a very short rest of this episode.
I want this to be a normal episode.
I do too, but like, we'll see.
We'll try. We'll see you in a minute. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. We just finished Terror Train.
And guess what, Bob?
What?
So there's a train.
Yeah, train movie.
It's a pretty good description, I thought.
Yeah,
It's like there's a train.
it's a train movie. It's interesting to see a movie set on a train because it means there is not a lot of space for people to play with.
Yeah.
And also, it's a lot of really shots of the exact same spot because
So-
there's not a lot of space to play
It's hard
with.
to maneuver the camera around because they
That
have the old school
too.
big cameras. So, Bob,
Yeah.
what do you think
So
of Terror Train?
I liked it actually. I didn't hate it. I thought I hated it for a while. The end of the movie makes up for the rest of it. That's the best part of the movie is the end.
I mean, fair enough.
The rest of it is kind of whatever. But there's some you said at the beginning. This movie does some interesting stuff.
Oh yeah,
Like there's some cool shit that I actually really enjoyed.
and there's not like bad actors in it. I mean, all
No.
of them are first-time actors.
And none of
or
it's
very
horrible.
Small actors, and none of them are horrible. Plus, there's Ben Johnson.
Ben
and-
Johnson and Jamie Lee Curtis.
Which let me tell you,
Yeah?
the things he got.
Oh yeah. So I mentioned during the recording that
Yeah, Bob was talking about the Carney, who Ben Johnson plays, and he goes, "You know, Carney's a pretty good actor." And I was like, "Yeah, that's Ben Johnson, the one that got all the awards."
yeah, I mean, I would say him and Jamie Lee Curtis really carried the movie for me,
They're
but
the biggest actors on there.
Yeah.
So he has one award,
Mhm.
which is the Bronze Wrangler for theatrical motion picture for Bite the Bullet. That's shared with the cast and crew,
Mhm.
so he has a part of that. But he has all his awards for The Last Picture Show.
Oh God, okay.
He plays Sam the Lion. He has Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor,
Jesus Christ.
BAFTA Award for Best Actor in Supporting Role, Golden Globe Award for Best Supporting Actor, Motion
God
Picture,
damn.
National Board of Review Award for Best Supporting Actor, New York Film Critics Circle Award for Best Supporting Actor.
Holy shit.
So that's 5 Best Supporting Actor awards.
Yeah, I thought he was very good in this movie.
Yeah.
I think before we start talking about the movie, I'll say not a lot of stuff really happens.
No, to be honest, this is gonna be one of those reviews where we go kind of give broad strokes, you know?
Yeah, because it's a lot of it is sort of just the setup is bunch of college kids on a train. It's a costume party. There's a magician.
Yeah.
That's it really. I mean, it's just these college kids
Yeah.
walking around a train and
So things happen.
things happen. The best part of this movie is when the killer.
Well, are we gonna get into the actual description now?
Well, I wanted to say. Well, is that
I
really a
was like,
spoiler?
are we getting into the spoilers now? Maybe, mayhaps, probably.
I just spoiler warning now.
Okay.
But the best part of the movie for me is when the killer switches from being sort of passive and just on the train killing people to actively hunting people. Because that's fucking way scarier.
I guess.
I don't know. I enjoyed the part where the killer was actually like chasing people and stuff.
I think
it was more
it
fun.
was better when he was just kind of in the background.
Really?
It wasn't as fun, but he did a better job. You know.
I guess yeah.
But I guess we're gonna get into it, right?
Yeah, we'll talk about it. Let's
So
kick it off.
the movie opens with a cold open.
Yeah.
At least that's what we're gonna call it. But basically, it's set at we learn later it's called a hog party.
Yeah, which is weird name, but okay.
Basically, they have a bonfire, and the idea is that all the boys from Sigma Phi are gonna get laid.
That's
So
the thing. And if you don't get laid, you have to wear a dumb hat.
you have to. Yeah, looks like a toboggan mixed I don't know, yarmulke,
Yeah, it's weird.
but it's for new pledges, right?
Yeah.
And a bunch of the guys are hyping up this one guy, Kenny, who's very clearly nerdy, and they're fucking with him
Yeah, of course.
and telling him that girl over there, Elena, is into him, and that she's gonna go up to this room and he's gonna meet her there, and they're gonna
They're
bang,
gonna bang.
they're gonna
So you
yuck,
can get rid of the hat.
and so he can get rid of the hat. And on the other side, Elena's friends they told her they're playing a prank.
They don't explain the prank.
I don't think they know so much either.
Yeah, they might not know.
'Cause it's
She
Doc
definitely
throwing
doesn't
this
know.
plan. Yeah,
She
Elena
is just
doesn't know.
doing what she was told.
But they get her up there, and she hides behind a curtain.
Yeah.
And Kenny, the guy, walks into the room, and she's like, "Don't be shy, Kenny. Take off your clothes."
And he does.
And yeah, he takes off his clothes, and there's a person sitting in the bed.
Like laying in the bed.
And when Elena walked into the room, she asked her friend Mitchie, "Hey, who is that?" And Mitchie was like, "I don't know. It's one of Doc's friends."
Yeah.
I mean, it is one of Doc's friends. A dead body that Doc found in the morgue.
And let's say he's a medical student, so he stole a corpse.
He wasn't even a medical student. He's the janitor. He
Oh,
mentions
yeah.
it later for the med ward.
Yeah.
He just stole a body.
Yep.
Real bad. But yeah, it's like an old lady's corpse. It's
Yep.
missing its arms.
Oh, yeah.
It's been given an autopsy, so it's
Like cut
sternum
open
has
and
been
split,
open.
yeah. Very
And
gross.
Kenny's sitting beside it, and he leans over, and he touches its hair, and the
Wig
wig
falls
falls off, and then it falls over, and its arms fall off, and he does a very odd thing.
Yeah, I don't
He gets
understand
up on
this
the
bit.
bed, and he starts spinning and kind of like screaming, and wraps himself in a shawl.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's like one of those 4-post beds where, like, it has stuff hanging down.
Yeah.
And he sort of just wraps himself up in it and ends up hurting himself bad enough to have to go to the hospital, apparently.
I think they just took him to the hospital for shock.
That's fair. He was definitely fucked him up.
But then it cuts to 3 years later.
Yep.
So basically, the people at the party, all of them were freshmen in college. And so now they're all seniors, and they're at essentially their seniors' like New Year party.
Yeah.
And it's on a train.
Yeah, Mo rented out a train for them to go
Mo
hang
rented
out on.
out a train.
Well, Mo gave...
Doc gave Mo the idea, which we learned later.
Yeah, and Mo had the money,
And Mo is very rich.
apparently.
So, yeah, they all get onto the train.
Start
and
having a party.
as they're getting onto the train, we see that one of the guys
Oh, yeah.
who was a part of the prank, Ed, and, you know, in the few shots we've seen him, is a prankster and
Yeah,
a
he's a-
little shithead, and no one thinks he's funny.
No one thinks it's funny.
But everyone expects him to pull, like, crappy gags.
Yeah, that's his thing.
And so when everyone's getting on the train, they see him with the sword sticking out of his gut, and everyone just assumes it's a shitty gag.
Yeah, everyone's like, good acting, Ed. Got me. Ha, 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 and laughing.
And once everyone gets on the train, he like falls over. It's revealed it's a real sword.
Yep.
And we see the killer's hands come down and start stripping off his costume, taking the sword, and then pushing him under the rails as the train
Yeah.
tugs away.
I was really worried they were going to show the body get eviscerated by the train track.
They did not have the budget for that, Bob. Let's be
That
honest.
would have been awesome, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it would have been okay.
I think it would have been pretty cool.
I mean, it would have. We do get to see his hat and his hand get run over.
Yeah.
It makes a nice little crunch.
It does make a nice crunch. I will say, weird small thing. The sound in this movie is
Decent.
The sound effects are cool.
Decent sound. But yeah, from there, it's mostly just character interaction stuff.
Yeah.
Like, our time's kind of divided between getting to see the crew of the train,
Yeah.
focusing on Carney, and then people on the train focusing on Alana mostly.
Yeah, Alana and Mo and Doc and what they're up to. And Mitchie.
During which time, people who are involved in the prank get picked off one by one, during which the killer is wearing Ed's costume, and then he starts switching into different costumes
Yeah, so
of his victims.
I think that's cool. I really like that idea. It reminds me of like a classic like whodunit, like a costume
Yeah.
thing, which is cool. I like the concept. It's definitely interesting. It adds an element of surprise. Even though it's kind of predictable, it's definitely cool.
Yeah, and to be honest, the whole movie's kind of like a whodunit, because you
Yeah.
know the killer's on the train, you just don't know who they are.
Yeah, who it is and what their
Especially
motivations
because
are.
they keep switching costumes.
Yep.
And eventually, bodies get found.
Yeah.
And everything comes to a head when Mo is killed, which is Alana's boyfriend.
Yeah, that's the big one.
Basically, he gets killed in a very public area,
Oh, yeah.
and so Mo's friend Doc freaks out, and so kind of everyone knows someone's dead now.
Yeah.
And so it's at this point, the train stops, everyone's offloaded, they start checking masks and stuff.
Yeah. So before we move on, can I talk about? So Carney goes up to Carney calls over the radio on the train or the phone on the train and goes, "You need to stop the train. You need to stop the train." No one responds. He's like, "Well,
Yeah.
what the fuck is wrong up front?" He runs to the front and he finds a bloody hat and he just goes, "He must have got both of them."
Yeah.
It's so fucking
It's
funny.
an odd line, because there was two people working the train.
Yeah, it was Shovels and
Someone
else. I don't think we learned their name.
Like Shovels. He has a fun name.
Yeah, Shovels is the guy that shovels the coal into the
And
fucking
he believes
train.
in the train system.
He does. He big coal for Shovels. Big coal.
Shovels for train.
Yeah.
But yeah, they stop the train and they get everyone off. They're checking masks and stuff. And during this time, Doc and Alana go back on the train because Doc's looking for an old yearbook.
Yeah.
And he's looking through it and he sees a picture of Kenny, the kid they fucked with. He was a magician.
Yeah.
And Alana had pointed out at this point that what they all have in common, the people who have died,
Yep.
is that they were all part of the prank that fucked with Kenny. So, long story short, they think the magician is the killer.
Is the killer, which makes
Which
sense.
lines up with everything we've seen so far.
Yeah.
And yeah, then we see Alana run off to tell someone, and Mo gets got.
Yeah, Mo gets got in a really interesting way because, first of all, he's super paranoid he's going to get murdered.
Oh yeah, he's freaking out.
He's like checking every single corner of this like train car. He like broke the lock off one side of the door so that no one could get in.
Yeah,
He like has a
manic.
stool and has the metal like bottom part just like facing out, and he's just like stabbing around in the room trying to see if there's anyone hiding. Very, very paranoid.
But yeah, someone comes up behind him, and this person puts their hand on his shoulder and has
Yeah.
very specifically very specifically
Yeah.
made their hand out to look like Mitchie.
It looked like painted nails, ring, and everything.
Yes, and I need to stress this. This is done specifically to make this person's hand look like Mitchie's,
Yeah.
who's dead at this point.
Yeah.
And Doc knows it, so he thinks everything's a prank. But yeah, the hand's done specifically to look like Mitchie's.
Yeah.
Because every shot prior, where we see the killer's hands, they're not done up like this.
They're not
And
at
every
all.
shot after, they're not done like this.
Yep.
So, in universe, the killer put on fake acrylics and rings and stuff.
To fuck with Doc once.
Yep.
Before killing him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so hand on the shoulder, then the killer flips out a switchblade.
Which we just saw the magician with.
Yes.
It's the magician switchblade. And cuts his head off.
With a switchblade, apparently.
Which we don't see until later.
Yeah.
When
Carney walks in.
and Elena walk back into the car.
Yeah.
And Moe's body falls from like the
one of the
fold-out
baggage
bed,
areas, yeah.
and then his head slowly rolls off as well.
Yeah.
But eventually, Alana fights the killer.
Who is now in Mitchie's costume.
Yep, it goes pretty well. She throws him off a train,
Yeah. She throws him off the train. It's like, oh, got him.
and she knows it's Kenny now because she said Kenny, and he kind of responded.
Yeah.
And she goes to relax, and she's walking around and she goes to relax. Everything's over.
Yeah, because
They're
they've
like 15 minutes away from the station.
Yeah, and the killer's been tossed off the train, so everything's fine.
And basically, they start trying her friends keep getting her to move her back to everyone else because
Yeah.
she's by herself. And she kind of gets separated from them, but she does wander back towards where everyone else is.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes into the magician's car,
Oh, yeah, to like start looking through his stuff because assumedly he's dead.
Yeah.
Because they think he's the killer and Kenny.
or whatever reason.
Yeah.
And while she's looking through one of his books, the door to the box that they put swords through
Yeah.
opens, and there's the magician.
Yeah. So throughout the movie, it's very heavily been implied that the magician is the killer because
Yes.
the sword that Ed got killed with is the same sword the magician uses for the box. The switchblade that we see is the same one that is used to kill
To kill who? A bunch of people, right?
Doc.
Well, Doc, Ed.
Well, Ed got the sword.
No,
The switchblade
Doc got killed with the switchblade.
and Ed got the sword. Yeah.
yeah.
So I just
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think the switchblade's used. Every other kill. Well, I guess.
Most of the kills are done with the sword.
Yeah. Well, we don't know how Mitchie's throat got
I assume the
slit.
switchblade.
Probably switchblade because they were up in like a compartment. It wouldn't have really worked.
Jackson got his head slammed into a mirror.
Yeah, that one was pretty fucking brutal. I think that's it.
The train guy got a sword.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him. Yeah, he got a sword. We don't know how he got shovels and the other dude that was
I
on the
assume
front.
with a sword. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna say sword now.
I think this killer really likes swords.
But Alana freaks out 'cause she's like, "Oh no,
Yeah.
it wasn't the magician.
Who
the
could it
magician's
have been?"
Dead." And she runs back to the front of the train where like the sleeper area is for
Yeah.
the conductors. And
Looking
stuff.
for Carney.
And he runs into Charles, which is like the second mate. And he's sitting at the table with like his head resting in his hands, so you can't see him really. And she sits
Yeah.
down at the table and she puts her hands near him. It's like, oh, Charles, the magician's dead. I don't know who it could be now. Charles grabs her wrists and then pulls her towards him and looks up, and it's Kenny with like a plastic
That
clear
thing-
face mask
That
on.
that kind of mask is really unsettling for me. I didn't like it.
And he takes the mask off. And then he takes off his conductor's hat.
Yep.
And he's wearing a blonde wig.
Yeah.
Because throughout the whole movie, the magician has a magician's assistant.
Yep.
This very tall blonde woman. And it's been Kenny.
The
whole
entire time.
Very well done.
I was convinced I didn't even know.
Bob, I know, because I knew.
Yeah.
And I was looking, and it was very obvious to me. Because I know what Kenny's face looks like.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's just Kenny's face.
Yeah.
But they do a good job
Well,
of...
the big thing is he doesn't wear his glasses, so his face looks different.
No, it doesn't. He has a very distinct face.
Really?
Yeah, like very distinct.
I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm tired. I just wasn't paying real attention. I can't tell.
No, it's because they shoot it very specifically, so you can only see him from a far distance. Or when there's close-ups, he'll do things like cover his face with his hands during a trick. They specifically do not focus on what he looks like, so you can't figure it out.
It was very, very well done.
It's well done. Also, he's like a drag queen or something,
Oh, that's cool.
or I don't know.
Okay,
Like-
that makes sense.
I was looking at other things he was in, and everything else he's like he's cross-dressing and stuff.
Huh.
I'm not sure if he was just like a drag queen or transgender or what.
That makes sense. If you were to cast someone for this sort of role, you would want someone who would know what they're doing with that sort of thing, you know?
Apparently, they just kind of picked him up off the street.
Really?
They're like,
Oh
"You're
my
gonna do
God.
this role."
I mean, he was good. Like, I thought he was
Yeah.
scary enough.
So I was reading through some stuff, and I think it was the director who didn't like him
Really?
because he was very unprofessional. Because I think his exact quote was, "Yeah, we just picked him up off the street."
Well, yeah, of
And
course
he
he's going to be
didn't know
unprofessional.
What we were doing.
Yeah.
It was just some random,
I mean,
They
still.
use a word there that I'm not going to use, but
Oh, ugh.
it's nothing bad. It's just
Oh, okay.
an old-fashioned word for transgender, but
Yeah, that's what I thought.
not, but And then the director was like, yeah, he was very unprofessional. He didn't know what he was doing. But he surprisingly did a good job. So
Yeah.
But yeah, basically Elena tries to talk to Kenny, and then Kenny's like, kiss me.
Yeah, that was weird.
Which is a reference to what Elena said to him when she
through
was
the
hiding
sheet in
during
the prank at the beginning of
prank.
the movie, yeah.
It's him kind of referencing it because he's trying to fuck with her. But then she does it.
Yeah, and then he fucking has...
And then he starts screaming. He looks at his hands, and then he does the spin thing again.
Yep.
Wraps himself up in, I think, his own, like, cloak or something. Or just, like, a piece of
cloth or something, yeah.
And then here comes Carney with a shovel.
Yeah, that's
and he
really
shovels
good.
him twice, and he falls out of the side of this train.
And into the ice.
And we get to watch him slam into an ice sheet and then go under this river.
Dude, it sounded good. The
It
thud.
sounded good because they dropped, like, an actual prop doll.
Yeah, off of a moving train. It was like the solid crunch when it hit was awesome.
But yeah, that's it.
Then the movie ends.
There's not a lot of big stuff in this movie.
No.
So it's very easy for us to cover.
There are
And
two things I want to talk
in fact,
about.
there's not a lot of small stuff in this movie either.
No,
It just happens.
it's not a bad movie.
Now, I want to talk about something.
Okay.
So, Doc,
Mhm.
really gay for Mo.
Oh yeah.
Can we agree on that?
Yeah, you're not wrong. I was here. I watched. I was paying attention.
Like, there's this, I'm going to call it a subplot. I'm not even sure if it was on purpose. I have to assume it was.
I mean, it's kind of a subplot, I guess.
But Doc is either like a really controlling, possessive friend, or he's super in the closet, but super into Mo.
Oh yeah.
Because he purposely tries to ruin Mo's relationship with Elena
Oh, for sure. It's on purpose.
on multiple times throughout the movie, which is only over a span of a couple hours.
Yeah, it's not that long.
And I assume he's going hard because it's implied that Elena will not go around Doc. Cause she blames him for that prank. She hates him for it.
Yeah, and he even mentions like every single party of mine that you come to, you just fucking leave.
Yeah,
Like,
so
you
I
just walk
assume
out.
He's going so hard because he knows he doesn't have a lot of opportunities to do this. But like at one point, Mo's come back alone to the cabin that they were in earlier because Elena's super pissed off at him. And Doc's like, is she still mad at you? Mo's like, yeah, I don't think she's going to forgive me this time.
Yeah.
And Doc's just like, well, you'll always have me.
Yeah, super. Yeah.
Mo's like, fuck off. And he's like, I mean it, Mo.
Honestly, Doc had a worse reaction to Mo dying than Elena did.
And then Mo dies eventually.
Yeah.
He gets stabbed in the chest, I guess.
And he
It's
bleeds
weird.
to death. Yeah.
Doc freaks out more when he discovers Mo's body
Oh yeah.
than anyone else in the film discovering anyone else's body.
It's completely true.
That includes like when Doc hears about his dead girlfriend,
Yep.
or when Elena finds Mo.
Yeah.
Like he's so upset, and it's acted so well.
It's absurd.
He's
It's
such
so
a coded
funny.
character.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
All right, but what were the things you wanted to talk about?
So there are a couple of really cool things in this movie that are, I guess, stunts, kinda.
Okay.
So after Elena pushes, assumedly, the killer off the train,
Yeah.
it cuts, and you see that, they grabbed a hold of the side of the train. They're still on the train. They're still there.
Yeah, you see his hands.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to them in a sleeper car.
Yeah, and Alana is sleeping.
Yeah.
Or trying to get some sleep because they assume they're safe. And there's a window behind her. And you see the mask. Because at that point, the
He's
killer
wearing
was wearing
Mitch's
Mitch's mask, which is like an old man with like white hair. Like an old, like decrepit
it was a
man
witch. It was
witch,
supposed to be
yeah,
a
sort of.
witch.
With white hair and stuff. And you see the fucking witch mask face crawl past the window, past
upside
Alana.
down.
Upside down.
And then he flips right way
Yep.
as he's going around this mirror, just with his head focused.
It's
And then he pulls away.
it's awesome.
It's pretty good.
Scared the shit out of me.
I don't know what the implication in universe is of him climbing across the side of a train like that.
I
Like he's
don't
some
know.
Cockroach.
I don't know, but it was really cool.
It's a pretty good shot. And the other one I think I know, but go ahead.
Well, it's the thing with the crowbar.
Oh, really?
Oh, what'd you think I was going to talk about?
Oh, basically during the fight, right before he gets thrown off the train,
Yeah.
the first time,
Mm-hmm.
when he's still in Mitchie's costume, Kenny gets a crowbar and starts bashing out the lights.
Yeah,
with the
it's
crowbar.
cool, man.
And Elena eventually locks herself in this little cage, I guess, where they keep money. And the thing I thought you were going to talk about, because I think you're just talking about the lights, right?
Well,
'Cause
just
it's a good
that
shot.
whole thing in general.
What I was going to talk about is she's hiding in the cage, and she's in a corner, and then he shoves the crowbar through the grates right in front of her.
It's
That's
scary.
cool. But the coolest thing that happens is she's searching around for a weapon,
That
and she
too.
grabs like one of those receipt spikes,
Mm-hmm.
which super dangerous, by the way.
Oh yeah,
I've
I mean
always
it's literally
thought
just
about
a metal
those.
spike
Yeah.
on a metal plate.
Horrible thing to have in any business.
Yeah,
where you can
if
trip
someone
and
falls
fall.
onto it, yeah, or a child gets a hold of it, it's over.
But she takes it and shoves it in the side of his face.
Like through his cheek.
It's probably the most gore we see the whole movie.
Yeah, I would say
The
either
most
that.
like not just dead makeup.
Yeah, the most like blood.
It's pretty good.
It is pretty good. I liked it.
It just kind of falls out of his face.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
But before she stabs him, he's going around bashing all the lights, and every single time it's just so cool because the light bulb breaks, it shatters, and then it's pitch black, and then you can't see him.
Do you think he would have gotten electrocuted doing that? Because it's a metal rod he's shoving.
Not
into
if you
light
shove it
bulbs.
all the way up.
Okay,
If you
yeah, I
don't,
guess
go,
you'd
if
have
you
to go
just
in the
touch the
socket.
top of it, yeah. If you just tap the bulb,
All
it
right,
should break.
all right.
But it's a very very cool scene because it plays with the lights, and it because every time it cuts,
Oh yeah.
it's black, and then he goes to the next one,
I mean,
shatters it. It helps build suspense and make the movie actually kind of scary.
as a killer, the killer's more interesting in the beginning because he's doing this whole costume switch thing.
Yeah,
That's
for sure.
cool. However, towards the end of the movie where he starts to come out in the open, he's definitely a lot more intimidating, and the movie's a lot more interesting, I think, for
Yeah,
it. Honestly, I don't have much more to say.
No, I don't have much more to say either. But what I was gonna say what I said at the beginning is very true. Like once the switch up comes of I'm now hunting you, I think the movie is way more scary.
Well,
it's
you
not
actually-
even. I don't think it's that
We actually
scary.
got some screams out of you because you were startled.
Yeah, I don't think it was necessarily that scary. I just think it was.
It's a switch up, you know?
It's a switch up that I enjoyed a lot, actually.
All right. Well, I guess we'll do ratings, right?
Yeah,
All right. What would you rate it?
3.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, 3. It's not the best movie I've ever seen. It's not amazing. There's some cool stuff that I really like. The acting isn't bad. All of the practical like blood effects look fine. I think some of the kills are pretty cool. You know,
Yeah, it felt very middle of the road for me.
it is very middle of the
Like
road.
there's some parts that are lows and some things that are highs about it. Like some of the acting's nothing to write home about.
Yeah.
But then some of the acting's very good sometimes.
Uh-huh.
Like I think Carney does a good job the whole time.
The whole
Ben
time, yeah.
Johnson, yeah. Or
Awesome.
Elena. So a
A lot of the side characters are whatever. Like I
Yeah.
don't. And also
I like the president. We didn't
the
talk about
president
him.
is pretty badass.
I like him.
He's very very funny. He's also just nice. Like he's
Yeah,
genuinely just
I
a good
wasn't
person.
expecting that.
Yeah.
But yeah, just kind of middle of the road. Like the first half, I think the really thing that gives me a 3
Mhm.
because it's the first half of the movie isn't great.
It's slow.
It's slow, but not in like a suspenseful way.
No,
just in
it's-
a kind of boring way.
Yeah, it's
right?
boring. It's not building any suspense
And
really.
it's not bad.
No,
it's, just
it's not.
good. And I think if the whole movie had been like that, it would have been a 2 out of 5.
Yeah, it would have. I wouldn't have
The
enjoyed it.
ending is done well enough, and it's actiony enough that I
Mhm.
think it makes up for that slight in the beginning.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
that's what really raises it to a 3 out of 5 for me.
Me too.
Again, maybe it's a low 3 out of a 5, but it's a 3 out of 5.
Yeah, I'm glad we watched it. To be honest, I think
Yeah, it's cool seeing a train movie. There's a lot
That
of
was the
cool
cool part
stuff
for me.
about it.
it's a little gimmicky that it's a train movie, but it's
Yeah,
but it's not. It doesn't. What's the wrong for? It uses the train effectively.
I
in my
keep saying
opinion.
it's a movie because
Yeah.
that's what I say when everything's kind of in the middle for me when I don't know what to think. But
Yeah.
there's a lot of cool stuff in this film. There's some good actors,
Yeah.
set stuff, ideas like with the whole costume switching stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just some of the execution.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
think
it's a fun watch, but whatever.
the one thing I bitched about during the movie was I thought the magician subplot was boring
Oh yeah,
until the switch up, and then I went, that's fine. It's fine now.
he just seems forcefully injected.
He is.
Like he could have been any character. They just made him a magician because that producer liked magicians.
Yeah, I mean, and not that his performance is bad or the trick.
mean, yeah,
the
it's
tricks
fucking
actually
David
look pretty
Copperfield.
good.
Okay, I need to say this
What?
before we go into like who we'd recommend this for. Magic in movies is weird.
Yeah.
Because either it's just real magic
Mm-hmm.
or it's movie magic.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times I think it's movie magic.
In this case.
In this case too, because there's a couple scenes where he disappears.
Yeah, and it's very clearly
there's no
just
way he could
a
have
hard
done
cut.
that, Or in one scene he disappears and his assistant reappears.
Yeah.
And from our angle, it looks
Oh
cool.
my God,
But there's
yeah.
like 30 people standing behind him that can totally see whatever he's doing.
Yeah, it's because he's just holding a sheet in front of the camera, basically.
Yeah.
and there's a whole gap. I mean, that's the scene where Mo dies.
Yeah, and it's implied that like because he reappears behind where Mo is.
Yeah, and the assistant appears where the curtain is. So assumedly on her way to.
Assumedly she was coming from the other side of the train.
Yeah, so she could have quick stabbed Mo and then left and then reappeared in the thing. I don't know.
All right, who would you recommend this for, Bob?
If you just want something to put on and watch, it's fine. It's not crazy. I think there's some cool stuff in this movie. What year was this? 1980.
1980.
So
2 years after Halloween.
2 years after Halloween.
Fairly early
Jamie Lee
slasher
Curtis.
movie. Well, not even Jamie Lee Curtis.
Well, I
but
was gonna say Jamie Lee Curtis is in it. She's good. If you like Jamie Lee Curtis, it's a good movie for her.
yeah. I mean, who I'd recommend this for, right?
I don't really have anything to say because
Because it's nothing to write home about.
there's nothing
It's
specifically interesting.
it's middle of the road, which means it's not so bad it's good.
You know what? If you want kind of like a horror whodunit like Clue, Clue style, this is okay.
Fair.
It's an okay whodunit.
I think that's a good one, especially with the switch up with the
Oh yeah, for
the
sure.
assistant.
Yeah,
It's
because I
fairly
didn't.
well done.
It got me. It tricked me.
I
Once
think
again,
you thought
I
it
got.
was probably going to be the assistant.
I
But
did call that
for a while.
couple
You were
times.
like, oh, she's like a helper,
Yeah, so I assumed that
and not Ken. 'Cause
Kenny.
I don't know if you caught it. She specifically calls the magician
Ken. She does.
because she knows that they think it's the magician.
Yeah, which is wild.
Right.
I didn't even think about that until just now because I literally said it during the movie. I went, oh, now I know it's him because she said Kenny. That's his name.
Yeah.
And goddamn, yeah, the movie really got me, huh?
Yeah. 2 in a row.
2 in a row.
Because
Got.
we just recorded our Christmas movie 2 days ago, so that was our last movie.
Yeah,
All right. Well, the people I'd recommend this to, right?
yeah,
If you want to see a Jamie Lee Curtis movie, I think.
for sure.
If you want to see some of her early stuff that isn't Halloween, this is a movie.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a movie with her in it.
yeah. If you want to see a train movie, there's
Yeah.
a lot better train movies.
There are better train movies.
But if you wanted to see a very early horror train movie,
It's okay.
at least from the 80s, because there's the original Murder on the Orient Express that's older, but that's not horror in the same way. That's more
Yeah.
detective. So I think the real recommendation here is if you want just a New Year's movie. It's not a great one. There's definitely other New Year's movies I would watch if you want to watch something on New Year's.
Yeah.
Go watch When Harry Met Sally. Great New Year's movie.
I don't even know what that is.
I know, but you don't watch a lot of movies.
I don't watch movies outside of this podcast.
That's the movie I watch on New Year's,
Okay.
but not a horror movie. Let me stress that.
Yeah, I think because when you suggested doing New Year's, I was like, are there any New Year's horror
There's
movies?
a couple. They're not great, but I was like, let's throw an extra one on the board. And
Yeah, I mean,
it was fun.
I'm glad we watched it. I like watching because yes,
It's nice seeing these smaller movies.
there it is. I like seeing these movies that aren't like classics because it's
Yeah.
like it gives me a real appreciation for the actual genre, not just like.
Because there's just a ton of stuff out there, and you're not
Yeah.
going to see all of it.
And the big thing is like if you just watch the classics, you're gonna go, oh, I like those movies, but you're not gonna have a real feel for what was actually coming out during the time.
Because there's good and there's bad, and
There's middle of the
whole
road
genre.
which is what is this? This is what that is.
Yep,
Middle.
exactly. 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5. It's so middling.
But
There's just some cool shit.
if you want a New Year's movie, throw this on. It's on Shudder. That's where we watched it.
Yeah.
It's also on Tubi.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Probably
the
with
remake's
ads.
on Tubi, so you could do a double feature. I wouldn't say like you can spend all your attention on it. You could do something else in the background, but
For sure.
if you want something, it's there. You're not gonna have a horrible time. You're just not gonna have a great time. But that's all I got. You want to go to our outtakes?
Yeah, I'm sure there are a couple screams in there. Oh, actually, I wrote down a couple jokes. There's some
Yeah.
funnies. We'll see in a minute.
All right.
Bye. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the outtakes for this episode of Beware the Board. I hope you liked our discussion on Terror Train. It was middling. There was some stuff we liked, some stuff we didn't, but it was an okay movie. Without further ado, let's get into the outtakes for this episode. This first one comes to us really, really early on in the film, where Ben hits us with another really funny Ben joke. Just a little weird, man.
It's fine. You gotta lose your kappa somehow. Get it? Because it's Sigma Kappa Phi.
Yeah,
Okay.
I caught it. This next clip is our reaction to the prank that Mo and Doc play on Kenny at the beginning of the film.
They stole like barrier things to make those lights,
Yeah.
and so they click when they turn on.
It's pissing me off because all I can hear is the clicking of the lights. Oh, come on. That's fucked up.
What's fucked up, Bob?
Oh, no, don't take your clothes off, homeboy. No, don't do it. Oh.
What's fucked up, Bob?
Well, she's not in the bed. It's a body. Like a. Oh, he's in his skivvies.
No, it's one of Doc's friends.
Jesus Christ. Also, I'm pretty sure the hats just mean they're virgins.
It means they just haven't had sex yet.
Yeah.
But I don't think as in virgins. I think it might just be like you haven't had sex
Tonight,
or since you've been initiated.
maybe.
I think it's probably since you've been
come
initiated.
on. That's so fucking gross, dude. Oh, ew. Oh, that's so fucking gross. What the fuck?
a tornado.
What the fuck? That's so disgusting. What the hell? That body looked really fucking gross.
Well, it was missing its hands and it had its sternum cut open.
Yeah, it definitely had an autopsy done. This next clip is our reaction to the death of Jackson in the train bathroom. Oh, what is he? What the fuck? Okay. Well, Jackson just got his fucking skull smashed into a mirror. They smoking a joint?
I assume so.
Hell yeah. This next clip is our reaction to Carney discovering the body of Jackson in the bathroom. Thank God. Someone's finally going to fucking find this body. I want to see what he did to him.
Well, we saw.
Well, no, but I want to see the results. You know what I mean?
At least he was number 2 instead of number 1.
Yeah? Yeah. Damn, I didn't even think about that. They killed him. Yeah. Oh, my God. That's brutal, man. My God.
The flask went in the mask.
Why are you climbing all the way in?
So that people walking through the hallway don't see a dead body and freak out?
Oh, he's going to take it off?
Nah, he's checking his pulse.
Oh. Well, there's blood down
Blood. That's not cranberry sauce, Artie.
This next clip is just me and Ben referencing a really, really good episode of It's Always Sunny. I've been poisoned by my constituents. It's a Sunny reference for everyone. What's the timestamp? I'm leaving that in. This next clip is our reaction to a really, really funny line given by one of the members of the frat who is dressed as the president, and throughout the entire movie, they just call him Mr. President. Euthanasia for all welfare recipients. That's the title of the episode. Holy shit.
I don't think we can name it euthanasia for all welfare.
Recipient? That's great. What is the This next clip is our reaction discovering that the killer got a hold of 2 of the crew members. Oh, God damn it, Walter.
Fuck Walter.
Not fuck Walter.
What about shovels?
Oh, yeah. This next clip is a conversation from the movie that I pulled where Ben and I are discussing who I think the killer could be. See, now I don't know what I'm supposed to believe here.
What do you mean?
Is it the magician or is it the guy? I forget his name and they just said it. Mr. Hampton. Kenny. There it is.
Kenny.
As revenge. Because we got the motif with the dead hand on Mitchie, right?
Yeah.
But maybe the magician is just tied to Kenny in some way and he's here on a revenge stunt. Maybe it's his brother or something. I don't know. Or maybe this movie doesn't give a fuck and it's just going to be some random asshole. Or it's Shovels.
Don't you say that about Shovels. His body was thrown over a train, never to be found again.
We don't know that yet.
You know, I think at the very least, Shovels died where he would have wanted to die.
On the train.
On a train.
Yeah, you're right. This next clip is our reaction to the rest of the people on the train discovering Moe's body. Oh, come on. What the fuck? Ugh.
You gotta be pretty strong to chop a head off with a switchblade.
Oh, yeah. This next clip is our reaction to the first encounter with the killer that Alana has. Oh, my fucking Jesus Christ. That scared the piss out of me.
I didn't think we were gonna get any scares.
Well, because I thought she had him. Oh, my God. Run, Elena. Run.
Not the Coke!
Oh, she's stuck in here with somebody. This next clip is our reaction to the killer hunting down Alana and turning the lights off. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Nah, he's just knocking out the lights.
Okay, this is a cool scene. Fuck me. I would have tried to pull it through, because now this bitch can just stab you. Oh, God. Oh, it's a big-ass crowbar. That's what it was. I couldn't figure out what it was. Something. Oh, God. Oh,
it's
God.
a receipt spike.
That shit. Oh! Oh, my God. Through the fucking face? Oh, my fuck. Oh, my Lord. This is a fucking drawn-out fight. Oh, God. Oh, God. No. Magician, no.
You didn't buy a ticket.
Bye. Well, she just fucking punted that bitch off the train. Definitely dead now. This next clip is our reaction to discovering that the killer is still alive and is climbing around on the outside of the train. God, I can't believe she's being left alone after what just happened. Oh, okay, that's fucking wild. That's so cool. That's terrifying. Like, if I saw that, like, outside the window or something, I'd shit a brick.
She's gonna come outside your window one night, Bob.
Don't do that. Don't come anywhere near me.
Knock, knock, knock.
If you knock on that window, I'll fucking murder you. This next clip is our reaction to Kenny being knocked out of the train by Carney with a shovel. Oh, this guy has severe PTSD.
Well, they said he killed someone before.
Yeah.
He's spiraling.
Bonk!
Shovel!
Oh, well, he's fucking dead now. Oh!
His foot fell off.
I'm pretty sure that's just his shoe, bud.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's not a real human, too, so.
I mean, that's also fair. God, the sound effect on that was really good. It's very solid.
What, the thunk?
The thunk when
yeah,
he hit the
that's
ground.
a mannequin actually hit that ice and broke it from
Yeah.
super high up.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back.
I hope there was some outtakes you enjoyed.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely got a couple. I definitely screamed.
At the end, I didn't think we were going to get anything.
Yeah, I just...
So, I hope we got something.
We got some. Better than Black Christmas. I'll tell you that fucking much.
Yeah, this is kind of a middling holiday review again. It's not, again, because the movie was bad. It's just sometimes when there's not a lot going on in the movie, even if it's enjoyable,
It's really hard to talk about.
it's hard for us to talk about.
Yeah.
Same thing with Black Christmas. Like, that movie's great, but
Movie's awesome.
there's not a lot worth describing.
Yeah, because if you haven't seen it, you should just go see it.
Yeah.
With this one, if you haven't seen it, you can if you want.
Yep.
If you want to see it, go watch it. If not, it's fine.
3 out of 5 is kind of alright. This can go either way.
Yeah.
And, if it's lower than that, we'll tell you if it's so bad it's good.
Yeah.
But I guess Bob's gonna shill our stuff now.
Happy New Year. Welcome to 2023. I hope
Oh.
you're enjoying the new year already.
Hopefully it's better than 2022.
Hopefully.
Are we hoping for another another pandemic?
Another one. Round 2, baby. If you're here, like, comment, subscribe. Check us out on YouTube.
Because we're still not on Spotify.
At the time of recording, we're not up, but hopefully that'll come soon.
On the time of posting, we're not going to be up either.
Maybe. It might actually
Really?
be done. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't
man.
know. I don't count me out. Don't take my
This will
word
be on
that.
Spotify at some point, though.
Yeah.
So, hey,
If you're on Spotify, thank you. Follow
Potential
us.
listeners on
Listen
there.
to our episodes. Thank you. Really appreciate it. If you haven't listened to every episode we've done, this one is not great. Listen to some of the better ones.
yeah, this
Well-
isn't a board episode, and I think
Listen to Blood Quantum. Awesome episode.
Blake
That's
Quantum
not out
still
yet.
hasn't come out yet. You gotta believe it again.
Fuck! Good episode.
That's
though.
coming out Friday.
The 6th.
No, wait, that
No.
came out yesterday.
That came out. We're good. Fuck. Thank God. Blood Quantum. Watch that
That's the
awesome
movie we bleeped in the last
in Black Christmas.
Black Christmas.
If you listen to that, I even delete Blood Quantum because I spoiled it.
so
on
many
accident.
times.
On accident. I forgot. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, yeah, I think the next board is going to be better. This is our last actual movie review before the next board.
Before the next board starts, yeah.
Yeah, because our next episode next Friday is going to be our wrap up.
Yep.
Which we already recorded.
I'm excited for you all to hear our categories.
Then after that, we're going to do the actual board. So I think that'll be better. We're kind of figuring stuff out as we go.
I'm excited.
Bob has some ideas he wants to do.
Oh, well, I have a couple. Yeah, you'll see some changes in the podcast soon.
But I
That'll
guess
be fun.
the last thing you got to do is Twitter.
Yeah, follow us on
Twitter.
Twitter at Beware the Board. I tweet out every episode when it goes live. I tweet out polls. I tweet out all the special episodes. Any announcements go on there. So if you want to keep up to date with what we're up to, Twitter is the place to follow us.
Not this Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Or next Monday, but the Monday after, the Monday before the first episode of the second board, he's going to post what movie we're doing.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to post it so you can watch it before we watch it in case you want to not have anything spoiled.
Yeah.
Because that's understandable. And sometimes we try to not spoil everything, but it's kind of hard sometimes.
We try to give you a spoiler warning before we get into it. But
Yeah.
That's all I got.
That's all I got too, man.
All right. Well, happy 2023.
Happy New Year. We'll see you
Go sleep.
on the next board. Goodbye.